For 10 years of marriage, we could not have a child. Then my husband had twins with my own sister. I quietly signed the divorce papers. When he went home, his mother went pale and said, "Wait. She didn't tell you?" What I had already moved would end him cleaner than any scream. My name is Lila Quinn. I am 36 years old. I design brands for companies that want to look honest. This is a true story of sister betrayal, a quiet divorce, and a sentence that still rings in my ears. If you have ever been the last to know in your own life, stay with me. If you have ever smiled at a Sunday table while your body already knew, this is for you. Ethan and I married at 26 with the confidence of people who think love is a plan. We wanted children the way some people want a house on a hill, specific, tender, a little naive. Month after month became year after year. Tests. Specialists. Injected hope. Invoices that looked like prayers with tax IDs. My sister Ava held my hand in waiting rooms. Ava is 2 years younger, brighter in photographs, lighter in responsibility. She said, "You will be the best mother." She said, "Ethan is so patient." She said, "I am here." Some of that was true. The dangerous parts of love are often true in pieces. In year 8, a doctor said my chances were low without aggressive intervention. Ethan did not want to fund or face. He said, "Maybe life is giving us a different path." I heard support. I should have heard exit. In year 9, Ethan worked late more. Ava visited less, then suddenly more, with a new softness around her mouth she attributed to skincare. I was exhausted from hope. Exhaustion is a thief of pattern recognition. Friends asked if we had considered adoption. We had. Ethan stalled. I thought he was scared of paperwork. He was scared of being trapped in a story where he was only mine. In year 10, I found the first thread by accident, a pediatric appointment confirmation on a tablet Ethan shared for groceries, because modern marriage is a pile of logins. 2 infants. Same last name as a middle name I recognized from Ethan's grandfather. Mother listed, Ava. I sat on the kitchen floor until the tile printed itself into my skin. Then I did what women in my family do when the world ends. I made tea and called a lawyer before I called my mother. The lawyer's name is Priya. She does not do speeches. She does checklists. Do not confront yet if you can secure finances first. Do not alert the sister if assets can move legally under existing agreements. Do you have a prenup? We did, mild but useful. Joint accounts? Mostly. House equity? Significant. Business of his? Separable with work. For 6 weeks I lived a double life of politeness. I smiled at breakfast. I asked about Ethan's meetings. I let Ava hug me at Sunday dinner while her perfume sat on my shoulder like a confession. At night I transferred what the law allowed into accounts titled carefully, documented gifts from my parents that had always been mine, separated my design business receivables, copied messages with the cold care of an archivist. I hired a private investigator because I am not a movie character who needs only intuition. Photos. Building entry logs. A nursery painted sage green. Twins, a boy and a girl, beautiful in the way all babies are beautiful before they become symbols. I cried in my car outside a grocery store for 23 minutes. Then I bought cereal and milk because life continues in aisles. I practiced the conversation in the shower so my voice would not break in the wrong place. It broke anyway later. Practice is not armor. It is rehearsal for dignity. When the file was ready, I invited Ethan to dinner at home, his favorite pasta, white tablecloth, the cruel gentleness of order. After the plates, I set a folder beside his wine. He opened it. Color left his face in stages. Lila, he began, and I lifted a hand. You will not speak first, I said. You lost speaking first when you built a second life on my sister's body and my hope. He cried. He said it happened. He said Ava understood him. He said I had become sad and sharp and hard to love. There it was, the classic renovation of guilt into my personality as the cause. I said, you will sign these divorce papers. You will not contact me except through counsel. You will tell your mother yourself, or I will, with exhibits. He said, please, not mom yet. I said, then move quickly. He signed. Not because he is noble. Because Priya had already filed temporary orders and he understood, finally, that my quiet was not confusion. It was completion. People ask about that dinner. They want spectacle. There was very little. Ethan said Ava was lonely. He said I had made our home a clinic of hope and despair. I said, then you built a nursery with my sister instead of telling me you were done fighting for our path. He reached for my hand. I put my hands in my lap. Touch is not a refund. After he left that night, I washed the pasta pot until the water ran cold and my fingers ached. Then I emailed Priya 2 words, signed. Proceed. I did not call Ava. The dead do not dial the arsonist for closure. He went to his mother's house the next afternoon for comfort, the way sons do when they want to be told they are still good. I know what happened because Mrs. Quinn called me 1 hour later, voice shaking. Lila, she said, Ethan is here. He says you signed divorce papers. He says Ava, the twins, I cannot. Then a pause, a recalculation, the sound of a woman who notices bank statements on a son's phone when he goes to the bathroom. Wait, she whispered. She didn't tell you? Tell him what? I asked, though I knew. That the house sale already cleared, I said. That his half of the joint brokerage moved under the marital agreement he signed at 26 and ignored at 38. That the design studio never commingled the way he assumed. That I already told Dad. That Ava is not welcome at Thanksgiving for the rest of my life, and that is the smallest sentence available. Mrs. Quinn went pale, Ethan later admitted, the pale of math. Wait. She didn't tell you? Meant, son, you are not the protagonist of the aftermath. The woman you betrayed already finished the chapter. Ava tried to call. I blocked her. She sent a letter about sisterhood and mistakes and the twins needing aunt love. I sent one sentence through Priya, the twins deserve peace. They will not be used as keys to my door. I do not hate the babies. Hate toward infants is a disease I refuse. I built a small sealed fund for their education, anonymous through counsel, because I will not let Ethan's sin rewrite my ethics into cruelty. Ava will never know the source if I can help it. That gift is for them, not for her redemption arc. Ethan tried one more conversation months later on a neutral bench in a park. I still love you, he said. I said, you loved comfort. I was a comfort brand. Ava was a reboot. I am offline. Divorce finalized clean. I took my name's dignity and left his where it belonged. Friends chose sides with the grace and cowardice humans always show. I kept the ones who could hold 2 truths: betrayal is real, and children are not villains. At night I still feel the tenure ache of a nursery that never happened in my house. Grief does not vanish because justice arrived. They simply learn to share a room without speaking. I design quieter brands now. Clients say my work feels honest. Honesty, I have learned, is expensive. It is also the only currency I will spend. Some evenings I walk past playgrounds and do not look away. Looking away would mean they won a second theft, my ability to see joy without collapsing. If you are living inside a polite marriage that smells like someone else's secret, hear me. You are allowed to secure yourself before you scream. You are allowed to sign quietly. You are allowed to let his mother deliver the line that ends him. Wait. She didn't tell you? The 6 weeks of politeness deserve their own honesty. Week 1, I almost confronted Ava at a bookstore. I left without buying anything and sat in the parking garage until my hands stopped shaking. Week 2, Ethan brought home flowers for no reason. I put them in water and photographed the receipt for the file. Romance's cover still spends money. Week 3, Mom called and said I sounded distant. I told her I was tired. It was true in a larger way than she knew. Week 4, Priya confirmed the brokerage transfer windows. I slept 4 hours and dreamed of nurseries with locked doors. Week 5, the investigator delivered photos. I vomited, brushed my teeth, and answered a client email about logo kerning because rent does not pause for betrayal. Week 6, I set the table with the pasta and the folder and understood that quiet women are not weak. We are loading. After Mrs. Quinn's call, my father drove 3 hours and sat on my couch without demanding a speech. He said, I always thought Ava was weather. I did not know she was a flood. I said, floods still leave the land. I am still land. I blocked Ava on every platform and then unblocked her email only for counsel. Boundaries are not a single switch. They are a panel. If you take a practical step from my story, take this: do not announce your discovery to the people who benefit from your confusion. Announce it to your lawyer. Let confusion stay theirs. I need to talk about the twins without turning them into props, because that is the trap Ava and Ethan already set. They exist. They will grow. They will one day ask questions if adults are careless with truth. My job is not to poison their names. My job is to refuse to let their existence erase mine. The sealed education fund is small compared to fantasy inheritances online. It is large compared to nothing. Priya said I did not have to do it. I said, I have to do it for the woman I want to remain. After the divorce, I moved to a 1-bedroom with good light for design work. I painted no nursery. I painted a wall deep green because I like green, not because of anyone's sage baby room. Reclaiming color is a small revolution. Mom asked if she should cut Ava off completely. I said, that is your daughter and your ethics. I will not manage your grief for you. I will not attend events where Ava performs cousin aunt soft focus. Mom cried. Then she chose my birthdays for 2 years running without Ava in the room. Love is sometimes a seating chart. Ethan remarried no one quickly. Status updates suggested a season of gym lighting and cryptic quotes about growth. Growth is a word people use when they want credit without inventory. I muted him. Mute is a modern boundary with an ancient soul. There was a week I almost sent Ava a message that began with "How could you?" I deleted it. How could you is a door back into their play. I do not act in that production. Instead, I wrote a letter to myself and sealed it for the 5-year mark. It says, you did not imagine it. You did not overreact. You chose paper over performance. You are still allowed to want a life that includes joy without betrayal as its tutor. If you are in week 2 of polite double life, drink water. Sleep when you can. Do not confess to the guilty for relief. Relief that costs your leverage is not relief. It is a donation. I need to talk about the twins without turning them into props, because that is the trap Ava and Ethan already set. They exist. They will grow. They will one day ask questions if adults are careless with truth. My job is not to poison their names. My job is to refuse to let their existence erase mine. The sealed education fund is small compared to fantasy inheritances online. It is large compared to nothing. Priya said I did not have to do it. I said, I have to do it for the woman I want to remain. After the divorce, I moved to a 1-bedroom with good light for design work. I painted no nursery. I painted a wall deep green because I like green, not because of anyone's sage baby room. Reclaiming color is a small revolution. Mom asked if she should cut Ava off completely. I said, that is your daughter and your ethics. I will not manage your grief for you. I will not attend events where Ava performs cousin aunt soft focus. Mom cried. Then she chose my birthdays for 2 years running without Ava in the room. Love is sometimes a seating chart. Ethan remarried no one quickly. Status updates suggested a season of gym lighting and cryptic quotes about growth. Growth is a word people use when they want credit without inventory. I muted him. Mute is a modern boundary with an ancient soul. There was a week I almost sent Ava a message that began with "How could you?" I deleted it. How could you is a door back into their play. I do not act in that production. Instead, I wrote a letter to myself and sealed it for the 5-year mark. It says, you did not imagine it. You did not overreact. You chose paper over performance. You are still allowed to want a life that includes joy without betrayal as its tutor. If you are in week 2 of polite double life, drink water. Sleep when you can. Do not confess to the guilty for relief. Relief that costs your leverage is not relief. It is a donation. I should tell you about the first holiday alone, because that is when quiet divorce becomes loud in your bones. Thanksgiving invitations arrived like tests. Dad hosted a small table. No Ava. No Ethan. Turkey that was dry and love that was not. We said what we were grateful for. I said, timestamps. Dad laughed until he cried. Then he said, your sister sent a pie to the back door with a note about family. I said, donate the pie. Keep the boundary. We did. Christmas lights made me angry for reasons that had nothing to do with Jesus and everything to do with store windows full of families as products. I worked. I invoiced. I went for a long walk and named stars I could not see through city glow. In January, a mutual friend tried to broker coffee with Ava for closure. Closure is often a gift the guilty want you to wrap for them. I declined. Priya sent a letter instead, no contact, no exceptions, no ad performances. I dated once, carefully, a man who knew the outline and did not ask for the crime scene tour on date 2. When he said I seemed guarded, I said, guarded is how houses remain standing. He did not call again. That was information, not failure. The twins will be 5 when my sealed letter to myself opens. I do not know who I will be then. I hope she is softer without being available for theft. I hope she still likes green walls. I hope she never confuses someone's need with her purpose. If you are holding a tablet that just ruined your decade, put it down, drink water, call the lawyer, and do not call your sister. The order matters. My name is Lila Quinn. For 10 years we could not have a child. My husband had twins with my sister. I signed the papers without a scene. The scene found him at his mother's kitchen table, too late. This is a family betrayal story with a quiet blade. If it found you mid-suspicion, start your folder tonight. Subscribe for more true stories of betrayal and the soft power of women who finish things. Comment, would you have confronted at dinner, or after the lawyer?